Slow, okay. Light, slow. I still don't know how to pronounce in Japanese the name of this clinic that I go to every Wednesday. It's in the Denman Mall, but the fellow is leaving Hiroshima for a month out of a place where some nuclear holocaust happened, Japan. He didn't say that, but his family lives there. He's gone for a month next week, so then I won't have him. He thinks I'm supposed to wait for a month. I told him to bring me some nori, some dulse, but he won't. I said, bring me some horseradish. But in BC, we have our own horseradish. So he just worked on, it's called Yinsu, YINSU in the Canadian alphabet. And it is right behind, it's above the bladder, and it's sort of with or slightly underneath the kidneys. So obviously the back. And Yin Su. And unbelievable work he did. And then he did work on Sensei, Sensai, or with a Z or the S. And that's another acupressure point. And that is on the upper, around the scapula, shoulder area. He did a little bit of work on trapezius, but there's another word. There's not a lot you can do in 1 hour. I mean, you can just barely touch the peripheral. And then he worked on my feet. The hot towels are the best. It's a fridge they have in Japan. I'm going to get one. It's not a fridge, it's a hot something it's called. And they have these hot towels. I'll show you one sometime because I want to start going to sleep with hot towels wrapped around my feet. And I could get an electric blanket. I just want the comfort because I'm putting off going to sleep in this workaholic society where we never shut down things. And of course, our organs don't get to rest then. And I stayed up so long, like over 48 hours this week on one night and day, that I felt like I was going insane. And all I ached to do was hug my son. And then I went into my head in obsessive thoughts about how, basically number one lie we tell ourselves is essentially that we're not worthy, we're not worth much, because why isn't someone loving us? We must not be, loving, lovable, loved. And so I did affirmations by Louise Hayes all the way here in the soaking wet rain. I've got wet clothes to put on. And because it's warm in my heart, so I don't always dwell on what it might be outside. So I can feel stuff on my teeth now from that massage. That's interesting. So he talked about the reflexology points. I've learned a lot through the years and decades. I've had a lot of work done on me in the past because I want to uncover while he's out there. I need to pay him some dirty money and then book something with somebody else while he's gone for this next 4 weeks. His boss does only acupuncture. I might start getting that done as well. I have a lot of injuries. We all do. And I have things about my toes. I'm next going to find somebody that can straighten out my toes on my right-hand side from being bashed by a steel lead pipe and severely broken. That's another story. Here we are now. So there are about 200 acupressure points on the body. All of them affect the meridians. So I'm having him teach me a bit, paying a lot of money for these tutorials. He doesn't talk too much, so it's perfect. When someone heals you, you just want to absorb the healing and release the pressure that you don't even know is there until they put their fingers on the spot. I also be teaching about nutrition And fish. Where to buy fish, what kind of fish, to eat it raw when you're eating sashimi, and to eat wild salmon, wild albacore tuna, wild mahi mahi. It must not be out of the farm full of cancer and tumors. So, thank you. Domo arigato. Thank you, Hiroshi. Um, I'm going to learn some more Japanese. I knew that before. Moshi Moshi on the telephone. Catherine.